Hey everyone, I'm Candace.
I'm Latoya.
And I'm Sherelle.
And we are
Sistas Unscripted. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are completely unscripted, where we talk about all the things, all the shit, whatever we want, from the eyes of Black sisters. So stay and kick it with us.
Let's get into it.
Hey, sisters.
Hello.
How's it going? What are we up to?
I just got done watching Spider-Man. Not impressed.
We're starting off with unpopular opinions. Or what do they call that? Is that unpopular opinions?
Hot take, not good.
Oh, yeah.
Hot take, wait until you watch it at home.
Shoot,
that good, huh?
We should start like a thing, like where if we see like a movie or something like that, and be like, "Here's the hot take of the week: Spider-Man, ain't it?" I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say anything. I'm gonna see the Odyssey this week. So
another hot take, not into that movie either. Shitty.
That doesn't surprise me with that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
but I mean,
probably would like it.
As we all know, those types of movies aren't my movies. So
wait, which ones? The Odyssey or Spider-Man?
The Odyssey, of course. It's not for me, but my boyfriend really liked it, so I'll say that he really enjoyed it.
You heard it here first, everyone. Sherelle has a boyfriend.
Talked about.
Have we said that before? Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
I think
never
so.
mind. Yeah.
Someone just might not be listening to the podcasts.
Oh, take. I am.
Oh, that's funny. Latoya, rumor has it you bought a new car.
I did. All thanks to the help from older sister, Candace. She was like a shark, y'all. She is my shark. So like we come in. So she taught me how. So here's a little info. I am the kind of person, I knew I was going to be an artist at a very young age, like probably at 5 years old. If not, like my first priority was I wanted to save the world. And then I was like, I want to be a singer. And then I told my parents, I guess I'll be a lawyer since you're trying to force me to be a lawyer. The more older I got, I always tell people now that acting is the surprise love of my life. I didn't know that I was going to become an actor, even though if I look back at my life, it makes me laugh because it was very clear that that was in my cards. Anyway, so because I had that knowledge, I don't like to be in debt. I like to manage my debt, knowing if I'm going to get into it, I know I can get out of it. And I don't buy a lot of things because I want to buy just enough for it's going to run for like 10 years. Say it be a car, be it a computer, whatever. And I think my sister's can attest, like I buy for longevity versus convenience. So the car that I had was, for me, a 2007 Nissan Sentra that was in really good condition at the time when I bought it back in 2016. And I run my cars into the ground. I've only bought two cars at this time with cash. So this is the first time that I'm actually really buying a car that I'm going to have a car payment. And I didn't know at my age how to do all that. But Candace is an expert. And I know that she would teach me. Yes, you are making that face. But to me, you are. So therefore, you are, or you is. So Candace was like, have you looked up any cars or whatever? And I was like, how do you do that? And she was like, it's easy. You just do this. And I was like, okay. I mean, Google, right? So I did that. And we're going to go to this one location. This is a long story. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. But I did the stuff that Candace taught me. We were going to go to this one location. Then the few hours before we were going to go, I figured I'd take another search because I knew what kind of car I wanted and the make and model and everything. And at the last second, I found this car that was in my price range, the exact car I wanted, and with the mileage that I was hoping I can get, which was under 50,000 miles. So we roll in I found the car and I said, "Hey sis, can we go to this other location first instead of going to this other one?" And she said, "Yeah, let's do it." So we roll up. Candace gets there before I did. Our homeboy is coming out of the place, and he's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" I was like, "Can I just have like 5 minutes with my sister so we can like, talk about like the game plan?" But he already got us, and and he wouldn't leave. And so I was like, "All right, here we go." And then I was like, "Hey, so he was like, "What kind of car are you looking for?" I was like, "Actually, I found this make and model, this many mileage, blah, 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 because of Candace." And this guy looked at me and goes, "How did you do that?" And I was like, "I just went on your website and like looked it up." And he was like, "Oh," which tells me a lot. Y'all need to start doing the work before you step into them places. That's all I have to say about that. Learn from Candace, right? So he pulls the car up so we can go test drive it. And he goes, "How did you find this car? It's like basically brand new, hardly ever driven." And Candace goes like this. She goes, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying." She goes, "I know it's under, at the time, 14,000 miles. Essentially, it was 14,000 miles." She goes, "Speak to me real. What's wrong with it?" And he goes, "Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it." He looked at the history of the car, gave us the paperwork, and nothing was wrong with it. Now, would I know what to ask with that? No. I would have been like, "Okay, great. Like, I did my work." No, there's more work. So, so essentially, I got this car. Candace she literally did this, y'all. So we test drive it. It feels great. I'm an anxious driver when I'm driving with other people. So Candace is like, "Did you get what you needed to know?" I was like, "I think so." And like, she was asking questions in the car. I was too stiff and I was trying to just like keep us all alive. I'm not a bad driver. I just get anxious when other people in the car because I drive a lot by myself. Anyway, she was asking all the questions. And then we get to the location and he goes, "Let me go run these numbers." He comes back with some numbers and kind of essentially, without saying this, but the subtext was this. She goes, "I'm going to need you to crunch them numbers again," essentially. And he goes back and he goes, "Okay." And goes and does it. And she's like, "This is what you need to do. You got to do this with your credit and blah, blah, blah. You should be getting this, blah, blah, blah." Like, it was amazing. What I'm saying, at the end of the day, my car payment was going to be probably almost close to $500. We got it down to less than $400 a month. All thanks to Candace being my shark. Thank you, sister.
I try.
Not try, you do. That's not a
listen.
try. That you do it.
Because we ain't trying to have no lemons up in here.
I can't afford no lemons.
No, especially if that, yeah. I was like, "Where's the Carfax? Let's see it." Everything seemed great. The person it was a one owner. They did all the service on it, the oil changes, the tire rotations, things like that. It was just one of those. We got real lucky that day because it was one of those too good to be true situations.
Yes, I'm very grateful. Thank you, sister.
You're welcome. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, yeah. It's so hot here. So having air conditioning that I can run without worrying that it might stall the car is great.
Fun fact, we all drive, well, not Sherelle, but I also have the same car as Toya, but I started with the Nissan Rogue first, and then Mom got one, and now Toya has one. And what's funny is one of my best friends also has one, and she was like, "Are you okay that I got the same car as you?" I'm like, "I don't care. It's a good car." I'm like, twinsies. So Mom, even though she's got essentially a brand new car and had low miles on hers as well, homegirl still don't be using her AC as much. She be rolling down those windows. I'm like, "Mom, this ain't the Oldsmobile that you used to drive back in the 90s or whatever that was back in the day when we lived in Kaysville, or the Geostorm."
The Geostorm. I love that
The
car.
red Geostorm. I was like, "Mom," and especially with me going through perimenopause, I'm always hot. I'm like, "Mommy, can you please turn on this AC?" And she's like, I'll do it when we get on the freeway." So I got to have my little fan. I'm just like, and then I come out of my car and people hug me and they're like, "Girl, are you blasting your AC?" I say, "Yeah, my car is well serviced and my AC works just fine. My car is in great condition. I'm using my AC. It's hot as balls." I don't know what that is, but that's just the term I'm using.
See, here's the thing. I do understand, Mom, because it has taken me a second to be like, "Oh yeah, I can use my AC." It's like, as we coined it, when you're broke, when you're rich on the broke side, that stuff is hard to break, because when you actually get something because you're no longer broke, at least for that, you have to work through your own little habits that you created so you can sustain what you need to get to point A to point B if it be a car. So it's like I get it. I did the same thing for a little bit and I was like, wait, hold up. I can turn on my AC. Oh, right. But not too high. But now I'm just blasting because it's too damn hot up in
It is
here.
hot.
It's too hot.
Well, and
So
the thing
I
is,
get it.
I think it's so interesting how different we all are, because I would like to get Cheryl's take on this too, because I don't think I've ever been like that. Maybe when I've had older cars, but anytime I bought a car, it's I wouldn't say I've ever, like, the car that I have now, I bought it new. That's the first time I was ever able to do that. All my other cars were used, but they were like certified used. So, which is, still really, really good. So I don't know if I ever had that mentality of feeling like I couldn't use my AC because I was confident in my purchase. And so, especially with the car that I have now, I was like, it's on warranty. So if something happens before whatever years or miles, they gonna fix it for free. So might as well turn it all up and do all the things and see if stuff breaks before everything happens. You know what I mean? But also that's what comes with all the research that you have to do to make sure you get a good car, which is essentially why you had me there. So, but anyway, Cheryl, do you ever experience that?
No. If I
You
want to
always
use my
just blast the
AC,
AC?
if I want to use it, I'll use it. I don't use AC a lot though, because I run really cold, so I can withstand some heat. So if I'm hot, it's really hot, but I don't have a problem with it. If I need to use my AC, I'll use my AC.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So, and also with mom also has a husband who's very handy. So run up the AC.
Run up the A. You heard it here, folks. Hot take is run up the MC. Wait, not the MC.
The AC.
That was a working
That was
all
a
day.
slip.
That was a slip. Run the MC.
Well, let's get into it. So I was talking to Will, our brother, and he wanted us to. This will be our internet thing, but he wanted to get our take on the Chris Brown Usher concert, where all the it's breaking up marriages and relationships. So for anybody that is on the socials, knows that Chris Brown and Usher have, I think it's their R&B tour. I think that's what they call it. I could be wrong, so don't come for me, because I don't really listen to them very much. I just don't. But online, you see all these things where all these women are getting up on stage, and they're doing some pretty crazy things up there on stage with these men, and have full-on boyfriends, husbands, relationships, whatever you want to call it. And to the point where I saw one, and who knows at this point if it's even real, but I feel like, maybe not this situation, but I feel like a lot of the situations are real where they're breaking up relationships. I saw this video where this guy basically, when his wife came home, she found all her stuff outside. He was like, he packed it all up and was like, bye, see you later. And let's go back to this. Hold on. Let me find the text messages from Will, because this was hilarious, because he had asked us about it. He said, okay. He said, I'm curious on your takes on the situation. It was funny. I was thinking to myself, if Chris or Usher were dying and the only thing that would save them is a kiss from Abby, which is his wife, I would do the following: grab their hands, look them in the windows of their souls, and say, I bet that Jackson Raymond Brown concert is going to be fire, bro. Then take Abby and leave. So meaning, Michael Jackson would be there because, they'd be in heaven. And so there's a there's a meme that I sent. It's the cute little girl. Well, she's not so little anymore, from Blackish. And she literally is like, like grabs her pearls. And then anyway, I responded to him and I said, also, who's to say those two are going to heaven? Question mark, question mark. And then he says, I was thinking about it and was thinking of saying, now the Raymond Brown concert is about to be really fire now, but I opted for the nicer option too, and kind of clearer option. I was like, he's so funny. So, but what is your guys' take on that? Let's start with you, Sherelle. Like, would you do something like that for a celebrity? Not for a celebrity, or, if you had like if you loved a celebrity so much and you went up on stage, would you be doing all that macking and all that stuff if you had a boyfriend?
no. Like, no. I mean, social media is, I don't know, people are doing things not thinking about social media and, and it's not that I wouldn't do it because of social media, but also too because I've got a conscience. I don't want to go to bed feeling guilty. Honestly, I live my life. Don't do things that will put me in a jigsaw trap. You know what I mean? That will put me in a jigsaw trap. So I'm I'm good, Also too, go back to the whole social media thing. Uh People are forgetting that things that they negatively do, if it's recorded, it's going to be put on social media, and those things have repercussions. So people lose their livelihood, people lose their relationships. So, we're in a world where um, people are getting punished and they're not realizing it until it's too late. So, it's not worth it. And for Chris Brown and for Usher, gross. I mean, like Johnny Depp, no, he's got a lost finger. You know what I mean?
He's got a lost finger.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was joking. But I mean,
I was like, I didn't know that.
yeah, murdered, cut off his finger.
She did? Dang, that's crazy. Well, she also pooped on his bed, so bitch is crazy.
And blamed it on teacup Yorkies. Anyway,
what did they do?
Teacup Yorkies.
Did they test it to see if it was hers?
no, well, from what I understood, just everything lined up for it to be Amber. And when she blamed it on the teacup Yorkies, like it didn't make sense because Johnny Depp's like, that was human fecal matter, and we're talking about like little tiny dogs. Their poop is not that big.
That's nasty.
Yeah, right. It's taking it, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I said last time I was on. Like, are these? Remember when I brought up the Johnny Depp? We're getting back to what you said, I promise. But remember when I brought up seeing Michael, and he was like, "What do you think?" And I was like, "Do you guys remember the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case where?" Like they do weird things. I'm like, are these the problems that you have when you don't have money problems? I don't know. If that's the case, I'll take the money problems. I digress.
Just don't poop on somebody's bed. That's the hot take. Don't poop on
Anyway.
anybody's bed.
Where else to go next about the Chris Brown stuff?
Toy, what about you?
I mean, you know who else joined? As I saw this post, they said, "Look who's joined the chat." Neo. Neo's doing some aerial act shit with like a woman in like a thong and some what do you call that stuff? Dominatrix shit. Yeah. Ass out, and his face is burrowed in it. I was like, not in the ass, but in the other thing. And I was just like, and then
That's too much.
of course, I was like, why?
Do you know if these are random women or if this is a scene chick?
I mean, it's not random. It's one of his dancers, so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
But still, I was like, why are they flying like Elphaba doing some crazy shit? And then someone put in the comments, because I had to go straight to the comments to see like what are the people saying. And this woman said, none of his songs warrant him to be doing that much. I was like, I mean, you're not lying. Like what? Like what song are you trying to fly up and like
This
do
ain't
all
no
that stuff? No, he looks so uncomfortable. His whole
imagine?
body is stiff, and the woman's like doing all the work. And I was just like, stop trying to act like you're in your 20s, bruh.
See, and this is my thing. Hear me out, and I bet you two would think this too. Like. And to be that woman, good for her, getting her bag. If you feel comfortable and confident doing that, good for you. But my thing is like, it's already hard enough doing romantic interest stuff on stage. Like you shower, you freshen your breath. But I would always be worried that even though I know I don't smell bad, I was always worried that I smell bad. You know what I mean?
You can clean that booty all you want, but the shit comes out.
No, but you're also like, you have sweat.
Like to have his head burrowed in there.
I mean, he's not up in that ass. He's up in something else.
Same thing. I mean, do you? But I mean, good for her that she feel comfortable, but I'd always be worried about that. You know what I mean? Even though I know I'm clean and stuff, but still, it's like, I mean, but when you get on stage, the lights, it gets sweaty and people start smelling when they're working hard on that stage.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I think here's the thing. If you're willing to risk it all, then you better be ready for what the results will be. So if you risk it all, you might just end up with nothing. It's a, you're gonna roll the dice, or you're gonna, it's like playing the slots. You put all that money in with the hopes that you're gonna pay out really well. Most likely though, the statistics say that it ain't gonna end well. So I'm like, I'm not judging anybody. Like, go do you. Like, it's your life. Shoot your shot. Take the risk. Do whatever you decide to do. For me, I just wouldn't do it. And then I also think about, I'm like, I don't know about Chris Brown, but isn't Usher married or like and had them kids? Um, I just and I know I think Neo is like divorced now, but like, don't you still have your kids? So knowing that, I don't know, here's the thing. I'm not saying that they aren't talented. And I can't help but be looking at your shirt, Candace. But real ones don't have to do all that stuff to have an audience be so enthralled by someone's talent and ability to entertain and to affect and impact them. You don't have to be doing all that much to still leave people yearning for you or feeling inspired by you or wanting to aspire to be them. You don't have to do all that. Let your talent speak for itself, because like we're looking at, an icon who has unborn fans, and he didn't have to be flying like Elphaba or having essentially like doing all that stuff in front of an audience and inviting women up to do it. Like he had his own thing where he'd do his, his James Brown, but in his own interpretation thing. But it never went farther than hugs and a kiss on the cheek and
And a hip thrust
and a
here and
hip
there.
thrust here and there. And women are still going wild for him. So I just think as I don't think
And
you have to do
she's
too
talking
much.
about Michael Jackson for those that aren't catching
Oh
her
yeah, for
drift.
those who aren't watching the video, I am talking about Michael Jackson. He's an icon. There would be no Chris Brown, there would be no Usher, and there would be no Neo without Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson didn't have to do all that to still be the icon that we are still talking about to this day. No one is going to be Michael Jackson. So, and he didn't have to do all that. He just had to put his heart, soul, and guts into his work, and we're still impacted by it today. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I think too, and I don't know if this is even true or not, but I'd have to look it up. And I don't even know how you would know if this is true unless Usher said it himself. But rumor has it, Homeboy has
I
herpes.
did hear about that too. And he got
So
sued for it too, because
he did.
I mean, I could be lying, but
You guys are confusing Usher with R. Kelly, right?
No.
Mm.
I'd heard that about Usher. So again, I don't know if it's true, but if it is true and Homeboy has herpes, I'm sorry. I mean, not that I'd be kissing anybody up on stage anyway and fangirling like that, but I'm not kissing you either. Especially if I know you got that.
No, thank you.
And so, because herpessyphilitis or whatever he got can be on his mouth too.
If that
This
is
is what
true.
Google says. Whether Usher has herpes is unconfirmed publicly, though he faced multiple lawsuits and leaked legal documents in 2017 alleging he was diagnosed with the virus and failed to disclose it to sexual partners. Usher and his legal team denied the allegations, responded with general denials in court, and eventually resolved the litigation out of court. Lawsuits and allegations. Hang on. The 2012 settlement leaked legal documents from 2017 claim Usher paid a $1.1 million settlement in 2012 to a former partner who alleged he infected her with an STD. So we all know that, like, you're not saying, confirming or denying it, great. But if you're paying, then yes, you got it. Or that's a yes, or that's a guilty. You know what I mean? Anyway, continue.
I don't know. I mean, it not doesn't necessarily mean that they're guilty, because it depends on what kind of suit they did. So if they took it to like a civil suit, it usually means that people are typically out of, or trying to go for your pockets. If it was a bigger thing that someone was trying to like really hold them accountable for
Like
it,
to go to
they
trial
would go to trial for
But
it.
it said that he
So
paid 1.1 million to a former partner.
to settle out of court. That's crazy. That's a whole other topic. Disclosing stuff. I mean, first of all, I'm just very much just like, just don't be giving it out like that. You know what I mean? Like, don't just be giving out the cookies. All this, like, but to each their own. Protect yourself, wrap it up, keep it shut, whatever you got to do.
wrap it up, keep it
Dad
shut.
used to say something. I don't remember what his saying was, but it was something like, "If you love up, then you got to glove up," or something like that. You guys remember?
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember
I
that.
think I
I
blocked
mean,
it.
I don't remember.
I
Yeah, I
do
don't remember
remember
what the
that.
first part was, but glove up was the last part, and it rhymed. So I don't remember.
But Dad did not want us doing any of that either. So, because I think I also remember it coming with, but you better not do that. Or,
Mm,
whatever he would say. It was probably something like, I'm gonna beat your ass or something like that. I don't know. Back to the question, I would not do that. Even if it was Michael Jackson, but also like you said, Toy, I don't think Michael Jackson, if he were still alive, I don't feel that he would put any person in that situation
mm-hmm.
where, you know what I mean? And now if someone did that to him, that would, I mean, we have seen people try to kiss him before. So, and that's on them, not him.
Right. But even then,
But,
that's still PG because some of them
right.
videos, what I see,
Exactly.
I was
I
like,
know.
I feel like I need to wash my eyes out because damn.
I thought you were going to say wash your ass. But yeah, no, I'm not ruining my relationship for, my 2 seconds of fame of being with a celebrity that's not even going to remember my name in 2 seconds after I leave the stage.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of on this same topic with Usher and Chris Brown, did you hear about the gal that more or less rejected Usher on
I did
stage?
see that video where she was like,
Did you see it
no.
too, Cheryl? Yeah. And people are saying his ego was a little bit bruised. And I think, honestly, my take on this, it seems like, Usher got comfortable that all women that go up on stage are going to give in to him like that. And clearly she didn't. And he was feeling a certain kind of way about it. It's like, you can't expect, it's like, you think about back in the day, like when Destiny's Child would bring up men, they weren't being all crazy, but also like the men were just sitting there, probably just like starstruck, even male celebrities that were up there. And they were like, they used to bring men up for catered to you. And of course they're probably enjoying themselves, but also they're not sitting there like rubbing all up on them and all that stuff. I mean, mind you, it's obviously a different situation because male female type situation. And the males, like if they were, there's the double standard there that if the males were to be all over them like that, it would be a whole different
Yeah, it would
situation.
be.
But if we're putting in the situation of just literally just the female artist bringing men up, they're not giving into them the way that these women are giving in to Usher and Chris Brown. But I also don't feel that, at least back in the day, Beyonce and Michelle and Kelly would have been like, "Ugh, they don't want to be up here. You're not enjoying my little lap dance." You know what I mean?
I mean, to be fair, there's two thoughts that came up. So I think of like, why would she go up in the first place as well? Like, why did you want to get your own kind of
You had an
two
answer to
seconds of
that.
fame? Like, I'm like do what you need to do. But I hear you, Cheryl. And I also would say, like, did you got to go up there? And I'm not saying that you had to do anything of what the other women were doing, you know. And I would just be like, what was the intention of saying yes to go on stage? Was it just a vibe out? And you could be like, this is kind of who I'd be like, goofy. I'm goofy, like this is who I am as myself being goofy with Usher. But it was like watching the video of her being like, mm-mm. And I was like, well, then why did you go up there? Is the intention to to make them look like a fool? And so therefore, I'm like, if it's my show, I feel like even if it's ego bruised or not, I'm like, I'm not gonna let nobody make me look like a fool though. like this is my show. And then two, I think of also Janet Jackson. So Janet Jackson, the sister, love her down. She did have her own little thing too. I forget what the song was, but she would like bring a guy up on stage, but they would like put that, I think it was when she was on her Velvet tour, and she like would put them in like a bed thing, but like strap them down and just do not like crazy stuff, but crazy stuff for the 90s, 90s into the, I think it was like mid 90s that album came out. But anyway, but I also like, I do see the double standard because yeah, if they weren't strapped down with what she was doing, what would have happened, like out of safety for her. And I don't know, it brings up a completely different conversation and a different thought process, at least for me, where I'm like, what is the double standard when it comes to that? But anyway, Sherelle, you said that you have an answer for that.
Sorry, but she did an interview and she said why she went up, and it was essentially for clout.
Why?
She was a clout chaser, and she mentioned pretty privilege.
Oh, I did hear about that she has
Mm.
pretty privileges. That's ghetto. I mean, but you know what? Listen, I will give her props though, that at least she can admit it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like most people would have just probably not taken accountability that they just went out for clout. So give her for being honest. And
Mm.
I mean, it made for a story, and now she's getting interviews and probably Instagram
Well,
famous.
actually,
So girl, ride that
okay, so
15
what
seconds.
Yeah.
she actually said in the interview, I'm not 100% because I didn't listen to the whole interview, but it seemed like she wanted Chris Brown, but because she wasn't getting Chris Brown, she's like, well, pretty privileged. I might as well get the clout for it. Fuck it. Anyway, as you were saying.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know if
Wow.
it's ghetto. I would say at least I would agree that at least she admits her thing. And that's what the thing I did pick up when she was like, no, I kind of was hoping that Usher would pick me, or not Usher, Chris Brown would pick me. And like, you're not my bias, he's my bias kind of vibe. But I mean, people shoot their shot for much, much less, I would say.
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't, I don't want to be that
Yeah.
known as the girl who's like, because it's only,
Clout
once again,
chaser.
yeah, it's 5 seconds, not even 15 seconds of fame. It's 5 seconds, if that. No one's going to remember that next week.
Goldfish fame.
Exactly.
Ooh, squirrel. but honestly, no, I mean, I think it's ghetto. I think, don't take that opportunity from someone else that would want to go up there then. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't take that opportunity away from someone else. Like, if you really, if you knew it wasn't Chris Brown that, wanted to have you up there, then be like, I'm good. So pick someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. No, thank you. But very interesting. I didn't think we were going to talk this
It's a
long on
fascinating
this.
topic.
I would love to know what our listeners think about this whole topic, because I've been hearing about it a lot online lately. And I think it's crazy that these women that are going up there that are in full-blown relationships are risking it all for whatever, a fantasy that now it has ruined everything. No, thank you. No, thanks. I'm good. With that said, should we just go into our joy of the week?
What's yours, Candace? Let's start you off first.
Well, my joy is that I got to meet my cute little nephew, my new nephew. He is so cute. Yeah. I don't know if I know we've talked about it on the podcast, but I don't know if we've told everybody that he was born. He's about a month old now at the time of this recording, but he's just so cute. Life's been a little bit rough lately, so those positive endorphins and just getting that baby smell was really, really nice. And so he was crying a little bit, and I got him to calm down. And I even got him to sleep, and I was like, I still got it, even though I got an 11 and almost 10-year-old. But I still don't want no more babies. That's my joy. Oh, and also got to see Auntie Rochelle. She was out in town for a business trip, and she wanted to see the fam. It was sad because Toy wasn't able to be there because she had to work, but she was there in spirit. But it was also good seeing her and just laughing with her. And also because Sherelle was there too, got to see her and see her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's so funny and just so nice. He fits right into the family.
Yeah,
Sure.
probably the same. It was really cool. Seeing the fam. It was a bummer that you weren't there, but there was a lot of just a lot of cool stuff that day. I didn't realize that we were having grandma's dish or Spanish dish, but I always thought it was called like chili verde, the red sauce, whatever we want to call it. But I thought it was really cool because I was telling my boyfriend I've never had Aunt Rochelle's cooking, so Carrie's not making really anything. So like, I don't know, dude. But when we got in, I was like, "Oh, it smells like grandma's dish." And then it took me a little bit. I was like, "Oh shoot, is that what we're having? Like, let's go!" And then I turned to host. I was like, "We gonna be good. We gonna be good. Don't even worry." But yeah, it was good. I loved seeing the new nephew. It was great seeing our niece. It was cool seeing everyone, and just to top the night off, I was telling Klaus, I was like, "We can go whenever." I told him that at like 9 or 10, and then we ended up leaving at midnight, and he's like, "It's really important to me that you get your family time in, and I'm really happy that I can make that happen for you. So anytime that I can do that for you with your family, that's important to me that you get that in." I was like, "I is so fucking perfect." Yeah, I appreciate that we have a lot of the same morals and values. It makes things really, really easy.
Toy, what's your joy of the week?
What is my joy of the week? I've had some lovely time to read, and I've been wanting to read more this year. And it's been really nice to kind of just read and take notes and stuff. I'm trying a new practice of not waking up instantly and doom scrolling. I'm trying to wake up. I found a really cool YouTube affirmation, like 8-minute thing. And so I've been doing that for the last like 5 days, but still 5 days in a row. Gonna try for 30. And then right after that, after I get some water in my system, I will start to just write and journal a little bit because I used to be a really good journaler when I was a kid. So I'm trying to get that practice in again and noticing how really interesting thoughts about art and creation and my goals, my manifestations, and my own personal affirmations are coming through because I'm not spending that time just doom scrolling on my phone first thing. So I'm noticing a difference, even though it's only been 5 days. So I'm going to try to stick to
Crazy.
that.
It's not that you saw me and we hung out this week, but okay, whatever.
I sorry, that's right. Sometimes my life feels like it's all the
Don't
same
take me for
day.
granted.
But yeah, Sherelle, I don't take you for granted. We did. Sherelle was home and we were in hell because her air conditioning is broken. And that is a certain kind of hell that if you're, you know, it's horrible. And finally,
But you're used to it
No,
because your old
Shut
car.
up.
no. Honestly, Latoya's car
Way to bring it
Latoya's
back.
car was the AC is nothing compared to Latoya's car. Latoya's car at least had something. We don't got
You can roll a
nothing.
window down. Oh my God. It is like, it's literally leaving the room. Sweat just dripping down. It's the worst. And so I was like, I'm hungry. And she was like, what do you want to eat? And I was like, I don't know. What do you want to eat? She goes, pizza. And I was like, why don't we you can order pizza. She's like, yeah, that's true. But I was like, you know what? Where do you want to go? Because I can't handle this no more. So we went, got some pizza. And then she was like, I have free movie passes. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go see a movie. Now, mind you, I'm thinking like, I want to go, it's a free movie. So I want to see something quality for free. But Sherelle's like, bitch, why are you so picky? It's free.
The balls on this
And I was
chick,
like,
dude. The balls. She's like, I want to watch like a good movie. And I was like, bitch, you getting it for free. And it's going to be an AC. Like, the audacity. The audacity.
the audacity. Okay, you know what? Sister fam, as I'm trying to get my words together, if something is for free, don't you want something quality? Think about it. But anyway, so Sherelle's like, we can go see the Evil Dead Burns movie. And I was just like, well, let's go like look and see what else is on there. Eventually I was like, you know what? All right, I hear you. let's go see that movie. So we go get some pizza, have a couple beers, feeling good. And then we go to the movie. And first of all, this place, I don't know if it's by the bathroom or something, but something smell like ass. And we both feel like, why does it smell like ass up in here? Do people not wash their ass? What is going on?
Maybe it was y'all's asses because it was
You know,
too hot in the
Why
house.
is Janice
Girl,
coming up with the
are you-
zings? Why? Where? Like, you're so quick too, bitch. What is going on? That's crazy.
Dang. That was
Sometimes I
funny.
got it.
So we sit down, we have like our own little popcorn, we snuck in a couple of beers, more beers, and like the movie starts. Girl, can I tell you that movie had us laughing? I mean, I was entertained.
Like the Halloween movie.
Worse. Like some of the stuff that was happening, I was like, why the hell are you still there, girl? There's a lot going on in that movie, but I was just like, what? There's a point where Sherelle and I just looked at each other and just were laughing so loud. And then we were like, oh no, baby, we have to be quiet. And then finally we hear the back row just laughing their asses off too. And I was like, okay, cool. We're in.
What happened at that part? I don't remember. But like,
Oh, God, what was it? Oh, was it when she was like crying or something? And she was like,
I don't remember, dude.
or was it when someone was getting like chopped
I
up
don't
with
know.
the thing?
But I feel like they had just like locked on stare while they're getting fucked up. Like,
It's
I
true.
don't remember.
And I felt that little whiplash of her head, and I was like, what is happening? And she just started doing that, and I was like, stop. But you know, I ate all my kettle corn and my popcorn. So it was a fun time. It was so that was a joy. That was a joy
And
of the
it
week.
got us
So
out of
I
that
didn't
or out of that hellhole that is our place.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Sistas Unscripted. Let us know what y'all would do in the Usher Chris Brown situation because we want to know. And Sherelle is just being crazy right now. We love it. But if you want to drop us a comment or you want to send us, I was about to say, if you have comments and concerns, please email us. No, but we really want to hear from you guys. Send us an email at sistersunscripted@gmail.com. You can also DM us on our socials at Sistas Unscripted. Make sure you follow us and subscribe, like and subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind, we would love it if you could leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcasts. If they have rating systems, please give us the highest one so that we can get more listeners and viewers like you. You like that? Do I sound like I'm a PBS girl?
I love that.
Anyways.
I love that. Oh, wait, we have to do one quick shout out before we say sisters out. To our family friend, Break Legs to Sean Boyle on his first audition back in the theater world. Break 'em up and welcome back to the acting world. We hope you do well and we love you so much.
Love you, Sean B. Sean B we need to have him on.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's a whole personality in itself and like the best kind. But thank you again for joining us. We will catch y'all next episode.
No.
Sisters.
Oh.
Out.